Hey guys, Delaet here for Pickup Daily. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about learning styles and ways to deal with learning your pickup game. See, game, it was learned down in the trenches. It's something that we do over and over again in field so that we gain the reference experiences in real time with real people and that we have the skill set to carry forward. See, picking up a girl is fairly easy, but picking up the right girl is not. So you've got to be able to go through a whole bunch of social interactions to know that you are prepared for the one that matters when it matters. Specifically when it comes to getting over fear, there are multiple ways to deal with your own mind as you move forward and help the learning process stick. The one we're going to talk about today is called systematic desensitization. It's where you take something that you're not used to and you expose yourself in very, very small steps, gradually increasing up to the point where you're comfortable with it, then you're comfortable with it, then you're comfortable with it, then you're comfortable with it. When you're dealing with phobias, let's say you have a fear of spiders and you want to get over this fear of spiders. There are a couple of different ways we can do it. There's a thing they call flooding. We're going to strap you down in a bathtub and dump a bunch of spiders on top of you, and then you eventually get over it because your body and your brain start having a dissociative connection with each other. But we can't just very well tie you down in a bathtub and dump a bunch of hot girls with great personalities on you and have you get acclimated to that sort of thing. The way we more generally do it in pickup is we do systematic desensitization, where we take tasks that are very, very small, like walking up and making eye contact, like saying hi to a bunch of random people, like giving random compliments and then kind of blowing out. Then slowly and gradually we become acclimated to the thing that we want to end up doing. Now, phobia is something that actually interrupts the course of your everyday life. Like somebody who is scared of bees and don't want them to bite them is very different than somebody who, if a bee lands on their arm while they're driving, it's a 50-50 shot whether they're going to crash the car or not, trying to get away from the bee. In order to get over something like this, you got to come at it at a structured way because it's so deep-rooted. It doesn't mean it takes a long time to get over, but it does mean that it takes a lot of intense effort in order to do so. So what they'll do is they'll show you a picture of a tarantula. I call this tarantula Harry. And Harry the tarantula is about, 8 inches wide. So let's say Harry the tarantula is about 8 inches wide, about this size, and he's very hairy, which is why we call him Harry. He's got a whole bunch of eyes, better to see you with, and he's very, very scary. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it's awesome that it did. So, Harry the tarantula, just a mere picture, if you are arachnophobic, is going to flip you out. Your heart rate's going to go crazy, your fight or flight muscles are going to get blood, and everything, all your digestive system's going to shut down, everything's going to get tensed up, your vision's going to be tunnel vision and focused, and you will be determined to either fight or flight when Harry shows up in your life. So if I show you a picture of Harry, you're going to flip out, and then your body eventually is going to calm down. Your body can't remain in that flipped out panic state for very long because otherwise your digestion will stop working, your muscles will become too tense, you tear yourself apart. And so your body has internal mechanisms that will shut down the panic response if the threat is no longer being perceived as real. So if I show you a picture and you flip out, you're eventually going to calm the hell down. And then your body's going to become used to the picture aspect of Harry. So then I'll say, look, Harry's over there in the next room, and if you open the door, you can see right through to his terrarium. Now, don't worry, he's between you and him, there's a big old pane of glass, and he won't be able to jump out and get you at all. But you'll be able to look through the room and see him, and similarly to the picture, you'll flip out, and your heart rate will get all crazy, and everything will happen again, but after a while, everything will calm back down. Then I'll take you into the room with Harry. Now, of course, there's still a big terrarium wall between you and Harry. So, it's just a little bit more progressively than it was just a moment ago when you were outside of the room. When you see him again, you flip out, everything calms back down. Say, look, I got this buddy. His name's Bob. He's a spider trainer. That's what he's been doing since he was 6. He's really, really, really good at it. He's going to put Harry on a leash, and he's going to walk him out here to you. You guys are going to be in the same room, but I had to let you know something. When tarantulas bite people, what they end up doing is they go up on their back four legs like this, and they put all their legs up like this, just try to be scary, and then they'll jump and bite on you. So if Harry decides to rear up like this, Bob, the spider trainer, will pull Harry away from you, and you will not be in any danger. Is that okay with you? Yes, yes, yes. Harry comes out. Harry's in front of you on the table. Bob's there. Harry doesn't do the little move, and you flip out, and then you calm down. Now I say, look, what we're going to do, Bob's very, very good at the spider trainer thing. Go ahead and put your arm out, and I'm going to put Harry on your arm, okay? And then Bob the spider trainer will pull Harry off if he ends up looking at all aggressive. If he makes one wrong spider move, Bob the trainer will take him off of your arm, and you will not be in danger. Are you okay with this? Yes, yes, yes. So there you are, Harry the spider, giant 8-inch tarantula on the arm, flipping out, and then eventually you calm down, you become acclimated to the situation. Eventually, you went from being scared as fuck from a picture of a spider to having a spider on your arm, being able to be calm in his presence. It's a very, very fast way, relatively, of getting over a phobia, and it's also a very fast way of getting over uncomfortable and unfamiliar situations when it comes to social skills training. So how can we use systematic desensitization when it comes to getting better in social skills? Well, just like the hairy spider analogy, we can definitely take very, very small chunks in our skill development and get over the panic responses and the fear responses and the nervousness and any sort of freezing that we end up doing until we become acclimated to that small task. And then we can move up a task. When it comes into the pickup world, we'll start by making eye contact, and then we'll make eye contact and we'll say something, and then we'll try to stop people and say something. And we'll try to stop people and say something and then stay in for a longer conversation, and so on and so on and so on. There's an old proverb that says, how do you surmount the task of eating an elephant? And the answer is one bite at a time. I'm Duke Delaet for Pickup Daily. If you like what we're doing here, please hit the subscribe button here. Hit the little bell to get notifications. Lendy's coming out with a new book next week, ESM on emotional control. It's dynamic and amazing. Make sure you pick that up. The link is in the description below. As always, we do this every damn day, so until tomorrow, stay awesome.
Light up the past just like a cigarette.